Good afternoon, respected lecturer Ms. Hera and fellow students. Thank you for the opportunity to present our work today. In this presentation, we from Group 7, which consists of me, Nathan Ben Parlin Sidabalok,
Tiara Nauli,
Muhammad Yun Rohim,
will discuss about the evaluation of the control environment for local government capital expenditures in Rembang Regency, covering the about, vision, mission, evaluation, solution, and conclusion sections. The next part will be explained by my friend.
Okay, here I will explain about a little bit about the capital expenditure of Rembang Regency. The control environment is the basis of SPIP or Sistem Pengendalian Internal Pemerintah as stipulated in Government Regulation Number 60 of 2008, which support accountable and efficient capital expenditure management. The Rembang Regency government implements it in accordance with Law Number 16 of 2003 concerning state finance and Law Number 23 of 2014 concerning regional government. Through conducive leadership, a clear organizational structure, and oversight by the inspectorate, with the support of SIPD and budgeting capital expenditure, control in Rembang continues to evolve toward transparent and performance-based regional finance governance. Okay, the vision is achieving a prosperous Rembang, and the mission is improving public welfare. Second, achieving better governance and public service, and the third and the last is achieving quality infrastructure development. And the next matter will be explained by my friend about evaluation of the control environment of government capital expenditure in Rembang Regency.
Okay, so I will explain about the evaluation about the control environment of government capital expenditure in Rembang Regency. So, first, Rembang Regency 2024 budget performance shows sound fiscal discipline with revenue realization at 97.42% and expenditure at 96.48%. So this part highlights Rembang Regency good fiscal management, as most of its planned revenues and expenditures were achieved. However, capital expenditure dropped sharply by 30.04%, reflecting major challenges in project implementation, particularly infrastructure such as irrigation, which hampers agricultural productivity. So this part points a major concern that is a significant decline in capital spending, especially in infrastructure project like irrigation, which negatively affects long-term growth, particularly in agriculture. The next part explains that uncertified land assets, that is 127 plots with overlapping ownership claims and with internal controls, that is absence of an ethical code, incomplete risk analysis, and for audit follow-up, further constrain development effectiveness. So this paragraph, this part explains that unresolved land assets such as 127 uncertified plots with ownership dispute, combined with weak internal controls, reduce the effectiveness of development program. The lack of an ethical framework, incomplete risk assessment, and poor audit follow-up further expose management weaknesses. Last but not least, overall, Rembang's budget management is technically solid, but its developmental impact remains limited. Strengthening governance, accelerating asset certification, improving interagency coordination, and rehabilitating investing key infrastructure are essential to make fiscal performance more beneficial for regional prosperity. The next part, which is solutions for of the control environment of government capital expenditure in Rembang Regency, will be explained by my friend.
Okay, here I will read about the solution. The Rembang Regency government can implement the following solution to strengthen the control environment in managing regional capital expenditure. First, improve integrity and work culture through integrity pact and whistleblowing system. And the second, improve the human research competency through procurement and project management training and certification. The next is strengthen coordination between agencies such as the Regional Development Planning Agency or BAPENDA, the Regional Development Planning Agency or BPKAD, and the Inspectorate through an integrated reporting system. Next, strengthen internal oversight function by increasing human research capacity and audit technology. Next, enforce the commitment of regional leaders through exemplary behavior, rewards, and sanction. And the last one is optimize digital financial information system, such as a planning, a budgeting, and a monitoring for transparency and accountability. The conclusion will be explained by my friend.
Okay, the next. Rembang Regency 2024 budget management shall quite good technical performance with almost 94% of capital expenditure realized and overall budget absorption that can be considered effective. However, behind this positive number, there are still structural and governance issues that deserve attention. The around 30% decrease in capital expenditure compared to the previous year. It's not only about spending expense, but also reflects deeper implementation challenge caused by limited institutional capacity, important infrastructure gaps, especially in irrigation system and agricultural mechanization, has slowed down the progress of regional development. Moreover, asset certification problem involving more than 120 government properties continue to block program implementation in several sectors. Therefore, it is important to strengthen internal control system, improve risk assessment framework, and reinforce ethical and audit mechanisms to transform good budget execution into truly effective development outcome. In the end, all of the effort aim to realize the government vision, mewujudkan Rembang Sejahtera or achievement of purpose Rembang. That's all from our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. We hope this discussion helped everyone understand the key challenges and opportunities in improving Rembang regional financial management. Once again, thank you.